Hello, everybody, and welcome to another meeting of Aquaholics Anonymous. Thank you, Chattanooga Ed, my co-host, for being here, as you are always. I do greatly appreciate that. I think John is still going, so we've only got a few people in here, so I can run through and say some hellos real quick. Sand Creek Aquatics 2, hey, Amy, how are you? Mainstails, Fur and Fins, Tom Patterson, Pew Fish Zone, Sharon Miller, Redfish, Bluefish, what's going on, Jason? Sandy Doty. Of course, Chattanooga Ed in the chat as well. Anthony's Fishy Friends. Tip Tom Fishing was in here earlier as well. Trying to remember who all was up at the very top. Lazarus Fish Boy, what's going on? My friend Petzotic / Multiple Aquariums. Hello, Diego. Pugamus, what is up? Hey, there's Tom Fishing. And still, he says. Sarah Lynn Snow, how are you? Sarah Lynn Snow says, Fisherman Fever Tank update. My goldfish are acting like they want to breed. Guess I got the conditions right. Thank you again. Sarah, let us know you are absolutely welcome. Glad I could be of assistance, and I'm glad everything is doing well. Dank Tanks, John Larson, Rico Stan, what is going on? I hope y'all are doing great tonight. Got 17 people in here already. I'm going to go ahead and cut off John's stream here on my phone. Hopefully we'll be good with internet issues tonight. I know that he had some technical difficulties. Hopefully that's not an overall YouTube thing. Tonight, we are going to talk about some different co-op products that we like, some basket fillers, if you will, things to help you get to that $99 and get that free shipping. And the way we came to that is Ed and I are going to Indianapolis this weekend to the CCAC, the Circle City Aquarium Society, parking lot fish swap / club meeting. And one of the things that I always bring with me is my handy dandy notebook. No, my handy dandy USB pumps. And so we were sitting there talking, and Ed had recently done another co-op order. I guess, first of all, disclaimer, neither one of us are sponsored by the co-op. We're not brand ambassadors. We're just fish nerds that really like the stuff that they have on there and find it useful.
Yeah.
So
well, if I look around my room, I see the co-op's influence all around my fish room.
Yeah,
and I mean, he's helped me to get my fish room to where I was. I mean, I paid him, and so I've helped him live a comfortable life. But I think it's a fair trade. Yeah. I'd much rather do business with him than PetSmart.
Absolutely. John Cox says that's easy at the co-op. Just add another plant or sponge filter. Yeah, that's very, very true. But there's some things that, and the USB pump doesn't necessarily qualify in this category, but there are some things that not everybody knows the co-op has. So I want to show you a couple of those things, because until recently I wasn't even aware they carried them. I love those little air stones there. I used to call it a stone. It's not really, but these right here, if you don't have one of these USB air pumps, throw one of those in your cart if you're looking for an extra little something to get you to free shipping. I think they're $8. $8.99. So yeah, so that's something small that's awesome to have, especially if you go to fish swaps or things like that. It's great to have just an extra quick and easy hookup. Plug that in, and then you can just unplug it and get it out of the way versus having an extra air pump around. But the main thing I do with these, I didn't bring the whole bucket in here, is I will drill a hole in the top of my 5-gallon buckets and then run down to my air stone, hook this bad boy in there, and then I've got portable batteries. Now, a lot of cars, you've either got a USB adapter in it already, or you've got, you just plug in one of the cigarette lighter adapters to plug in the USB, and that runs great. But I like the battery packs. I've got my portable battery packs for electronics and YouTube-y stuff anyways. So that's kind of my setup. And then I actually have a hole drilled in the side of the bucket, not the actual bucket, but where it's got that flange that comes around that sticks out from the bucket. I put a little hole in there so that clips on, and then I don't have to worry about it. But that's definitely one of my favorite things of theirs. Again, that one's not really a lesser-known product, but it is certainly, if I'm going to say, hey.
And he's used it several. I've seen him use it several times.
Yep. That was a huge help in keeping fish alive coming back from Florida when we went down with Kenny E. of Danikin Aquatics and saw Father Fish.
Well, and Nathan's Fish.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you also did that with a bunch of blue Moscows from Indianapolis.
Yep. I take at least one on every fish trip because you never know. So like the Moscows that I got last time we went to Indy, I ended up with like 40 to 60, quite a bit. It's quite a few bags. So instead of keeping them all in individual bags, I just dumped them all in the bucket with the air stone, and that definitely helps with survivability.
This is what I do. I use this little clip. I got it from a little suction thing for when I'm cleaning out my tanks, but I never use it for that because it falls off of that thing all the time. But it works great with this because you can clip it right onto the side of a bucket if you're keeping fish in a bucket, or on the side of a tank that's, just like yesterday I was cleaning out my summer tubs, and I was bringing all those fish in, and I brought in over 10,000 fish, or not 10,000, I wish it was 10,000, 4,000 fish into a 10-gallon tank. And I popped that on there just to give them a little extra air because that was a whole mess of fish to sort through. And I still found 2 tadpoles that I caught in there too. Crazy. We'll talk about that on my show on the second half.
There we go. Absolutely. Sorry, I was getting some additional audio coming through on me here. I don't think it was picking up on the mic, but it was driving me nuts. Puggamus says the 4-way gang valve sucks. Stainless steel looks like crap. I've not used that one. I will say the valves that you get for the Central Airlines, those things are awesome. I love those. I've actually got some right over there, but it's not one of the products I have at my desk. And then
those valves. Oh, sorry.
I would just say we got several people,
going.
And they just placed an order today or placed one in the past several days. That's another reason I want to talk about it. Is because I know a lot of this community shops at Co-op, and if you haven't dug around on there, you can overlook some things that are really, really cool.
Yep, for sure. Well, James was talking about those little valves. That's what kind of kicked off the idea for this show, because I had to get 15 more. I lost about 5 or 6, and then I wanted just to add a few more. So I bought 15, and I'm like, well, if I just go with another $85 worth of stuff, I could get free shipping. So that's what happened.
And that's usually how it works. I look at that free shipping and I go, and then I start looking around. Ed, do you have another product you want to recommend to people, or do you want me to go next again?
Well, I've got things all around the room that I can recommend that are from the Aquarium Co-op, but I kind of just grabbed some of the stuff I bought.
Okay.
Just this last time, so I don't know if I can recommend it or not. But let's go. We were just talking about Easy Green, and so I got the Easy Carbon just to try it out, and I think they ended up accidentally sending me a second one, so that was kind of whoops. Cats are knocking stuff off the table. So I ended up with 2 Easy Carbons, so hopefully it's good. I imagine it would be good. And you got any?
Oh yeah. So
Easy Carbon?
I've not tried the Easy Carbon. I've tried the Easy Iron and the Easy Green, and I love those. So I would assume that the Easy Carbon falls right in line with those 2.
Yeah, I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna try it, but I didn't expect to. So that was pretty cool. Okay.
Jackson's got a good recommendation there. Because after I buy what I need, I get enough food to get the free shipping. LOL. Yep, that's always a good one. You can never go wrong with adding fish food on. So you all have heard me talk about my pleco caves, the watering spikes that I recommend. If you have fish that are too large for those, or you find some fish that maybe, so case in point, my snowballs and the zebra plecos, I've not successfully bred either of those yet. So I'm trying to add as many different types of pleco caves as possible until I find which one they prefer to actually breed in. Or like the Medusa plecos, they're a bit wider. Their heads are about the size of those watering spikes. So they have got some neat pleco caves on there. And I found the snowballs like these, and I've also seen the zebra plecos in there. Sultan pleco has taken home in one of these, which is, I can't get that hand to go that far. Right there. Sultan pleco likes that one. But they are a neat kind of, if you've got something that's bigger than the pleco caves that I like to use, or something that's a different breed that maybe you're trying to just get a bunch of diversity in there, They are a great one, and they are $7.99, so not bad at all. Usually, you see Pleco Caves in the stores, and they're a little bit more than that. So, good size, good wide opening. They've got a slight variance to them, so some of them, the bottom, like you can see, this is kind of rounded up a little bit. They've got a little bit of variance between them, but not much.
Well, that just shows they're probably handmade and hand fired.
Yep.
So, they're just not stamped out, which is kind of cool.
Absolutely.
Well, now here's something that I kind of felt guilty getting, but like John said, you can always fill it out with food. And I like to get the foods from our local pet stores. It's kind of what I do. So I try to make sure, I've got a local pet store that I love, Aquatic Aesthetics in Chattanooga. And then James has the Aquatic Marine there. Mm-hmm. And Marine Aquatics. Aquatic Marine.
Yeah.
And they sell Extreme over at his shop. And when I went to see James this weekend, I bought the Betta Extreme from them. But I didn't know I was going to be going to Knoxville. So I bought the shrimp. And everything I've seen is everybody's shrimp are going crazy over it. And I've always been a type of guy that thinks shrimp eat everything.
Right.
So I've still got a bunch of free food that I was lucky that Rob from Flips Aquatics sent me. He sent me a package of Northfin and sent me a package of Shrimp King. But I think they like this better. This disappears overnight. I mean, I see them on it right away. I don't know if it just smells better or what it is, but I mean, I think I'm highly recommending the shrimp Extreme. The Betta doesn't care for this.
Right. So the one issue, I'll put it that way, that I have found with any of the Extreme foods is I find that the Betta pellets can be a little too large. I think if they were to run them through the 1.5 millimeter that they use for like the nice pellet, because this pellet is actually smaller than the Betta pellets for the most part. Most of the Betta pellets are a little bit oblong, whereas these, and they're not going to show up on my camera really, but these are a little round pellet. So I think if they were to run them through that processor instead of the one that they're processing the Betta food through, that would be better. But that's kind of my one complaint, if you will.
But I love that they're made in the U.S.
Absolutely.
I mean, maybe a lot of it is, but I always every time I go into a local fish store, I always walk out with some type of fish food because I got to support them somehow. I got to keep them open. But and there's just a lot of times I just don't need fish. I just enjoy looking at their fish. So it's kind of like my price of admission. I don't know. It's just what I do. But I don't recommend this. I don't know. Does Corey sell this on his website?
I believe he does. John Larson says the pellets I used to cut with the razor for the bettas to eat. So I've got some good size, some larger bettas. And what I kind of do is it comes with a little spoon in it. My betta pellets are in the other room with the betta wall, but it comes with a little spoon in there. So I'll just kind of spoon out the bigger pellets for the bigger bettas. But it's not optimal, I guess is the best way to put it. Ideally, you'd just be able to scoop out, and drop it. But there is the workaround for that. Like he said, he cuts them with a razor blade, or you can, if you've got big bettas, you can scoop out the bigger ones for those guys.
Well, that's cool. I ended up, I went to my local fish store, Aquatic Aesthetics, and got the Hikari stuff that has it has a screw.
Yeah.
Because I asked him, what do you feed him? Because I've been feeding him flakes, or my guy flakes, and I just don't want to, is it called gut packing?
Mm-hmm.
Fill it with flake. I don't know how it works, but somehow it's supposed to be bad. So I'm not a betta expert whatsoever. So that's why I went with the pellets. My whole life, I think I just fed them flakes. They just ate, because I've always kept them in community tanks growing up for years. I don't think I ever had any, get sick. Oh, well.
I don't have it in here, but the Extreme Nano pellet is another good one. The bettas can easily eat. It's a much smaller, much finer.
Oh, okay.
And they seem to really enjoy that.
Well, I'll remember that next time I go to Knoxville. I will buy a package of that. Well, maybe I'll wait till my package is filled or empty of my Hikari. But yeah, so that was one of my buys.
So I've got here, this is not a co-op product, but this is something if you're used to specimen containers, a lot of us have run into in the hobby. This is where the handle should be at. These are the harder plastic ones. And you could, these things, like, I don't want shards to go flying everywhere, but you could shatter this really easily. And these like to break a lot when you drop them. Aquarium Co-op has the Lee specimen containers that are a much more flexible plastic, and they are what I call yeetable. So you can throw them across the room and not break them. So you're much less likely, if you go to hook this on and you miss or something, or the kids knock it off, you don't have to really worry about it breaking from that. Whereas these other ones here, typically, if you knock pieces all over the floor or drop them, they tend to crack a lot easier. I've cracked those other ones just from grabbing a hold of them too hard.
Wow. Now, I've got a quick question about that.
Yeah.
They're probably made with a rubber or a more flexible plastic of some sort.
It is a much more flexible plastic.
Is it as clear?
It is. So when you first get it, it is as clear. Now these are dirty, so they don't really. You can see the water spots on them. These, I didn't clean them up beforehand, but it definitely holds up a lot better. The thickness, which I already threw the big one across the room, the thickness is about the same on them.
Yeah, I was just thinking, because I like to use a specimen container basically for photography,
right?
And stuff like, and looking at the fish really good. And if it was a little cloudy, it would be a bummer. And you know what? We're not doing a commercial for Aquarium Co-op.
Nope.
So I want to mention that Diego has he sells stuff off of his sites, and I know that he sells some Lee stuff. I don't know if he sells those, if Diego's still here, but it might be worth giving Diego some love too.
Absolutely. So yeah, I have found it hard to find the ones like Co-op has that are flexible. I went and I looked it up, the product number. And most of what you find online is the harder plastic ones versus these flexible ones. But that was actually something I saw on, Steenfott's channel, Bob Steenfott. He was with Dean and Corey, and that was the first time I had seen these, was in his video. And I was like, what? I need to get some of those, especially for like fish packing. I was thinking, yeah, opaque, absolutely. I was thinking in terms of, if I'm going to start packing and selling fish, I want to get something that I know is going to hold up a little bit better, because I've gone through so many of those hard plastic ones. Like I said, I've even cracked them just picking them up like this, just because that plastic can get fragile after a bit. Mrs. Fever says, yeah, when Dean chucked it at Corey, LOL, yeah. So that's, if you haven't tried them, that's one that I really recommend, because they're built differently than the standard Lee's specimen containers. Let me, like, somebody said, find them. So they are on there. I just searched specimen, and they pop up. I can, hold on a second, I can do this.
Well, thank you, Zen.
So the small one, these are $13, but honestly, I recommend the large ones. They're $20, but by the time you look at having to replace, because they're a couple more bucks than those hard plastic ones, by the time you look at even having to replace them one time, you've already saved money. So it definitely pays for itself on the price difference. But that was something that I enjoy, and I thought they're cool, and so I wanted to share that, because I've enjoyed throwing those things around since I got them.
Wow, I'm doing something I shouldn't do. I'm shopping.
I on the other screen going,
I know. That's awesome. I went to the Multiple Tanks and Diego's website, and he has Synodonis at 18% off. And they're awesome looking Synodontis for $11.49 a piece. Okay, I got to go back to finding our show. I wanted to see if he sold those containers.
Grumpy Mike, so I want to say thank you for the $1 Super Pooper sticker. I appreciate that. Always good to see you, my friend, and thank you very much. Let's see, where was it? Priscilla MK said we use those at the store and throw them all the time. They are bulletproof. Yeah, those things are tough. I'm working on a torture test on those just to see how tough they are. But so far, I have not destroyed any yet. Let me get my chat back here because it ran away. All right, there's that. And Lefty, have a great night. I appreciate you swinging by, and thank you for dropping those links earlier. Very much appreciated, and try and get you some rest.
Yep. Lefty has to work overtime tomorrow, so we will not be doing the Lefty and Ed show.
There you go. Yeah, we may or may not do something special, but I don't know. Ed and I talked about doing something. I don't know if we want to do it on his channel or not, but if you're not subscribed to Chattanooga Ed with the notification bell running, now's a great time to do it because there might be a surprise live stream tomorrow.
Yep, that'd be fun.
But yeah, those are just some of the things that I've, specifically those containers. I hadn't really seen much about them until I saw that Steam Pot video, and then I got them, and I was like, wow, these things are virtually indestructible. A lot of times the problem I have, and that's what you saw on this one, is they can even get to a point where just the weight of the water, this is where the lip should be, so it should have one of these on there, just to where hanging these things enough times, I've had them crack, which is what happened here. That handle caused stress right there, and the whole thing snapped off. Or if, say, you've got it hooked on there, and maybe you don't get it all the way off before you pull on it, so you can see I'm pulling on that one.
Awesome. Diego says that he should be having, if he doesn't have those right now, he will have those.
Awesome.
So you know what? I'm going to order like 3 or 4 of those from Diego once we're done with the stream. Because seriously, I went to go check, and I just started staring at other things I'd like to buy. I don't have room for Synodontis right now, but those are the ones that I want so bad. Okay.
They are beautiful. There's, like Ed said, there's a ton of products we could talk about, but those were kind of the main things I wanted to share, if you will, my kind of must-haves. Of course, we've got like Easy Green and the linear air pump. If you've got a fish room, that's amazing. That was a total game changer.
Should I show you my confusion thing?
You should.
Okay. Gonna be honest. I've been looking forever for brine shrimp breeders, and I think Jesse and James convinced me to go with the big one. So I decided to go with the blender from the co-op, and it looks really cool. I'm going to break it open.
I agree with Sarah Lynn Snow. She said it's called Aquaholics Anonymous for a reason, Chattanooga Ed, referencing that we're sitting here shopping while we're doing a live stream going, ooh, we need to buy more fish stuff.
Okay. No instructions. I've thought about, I don't know, maybe there's instructions in a foreign language, but I've been thinking about calling up Jesse to see if he can help me. I figured out this much and this, but the ratios to water, all the pieces, I don't know if I want to just open it and just start snapping things together, because I'm good at snapping things together and breaking them.
Right.
So that is a kind of I probably should post a thing on his, I like to give reviews, and I might say, it could be a really good product if you had a instruction booklet. But right now, my fish aren't getting any brine shrimp.
So here's the photo of it. I figure we take a look at the photos and see if we can. So it looks like the joys of fish keeping. We're just gonna work through.
Okay, I'm gonna break it open. Let's open this thing.
Now, I do want to say this weekend we are going to be doing the Saturday Night Fever stream on the road, and we may have a special guest. We've got a very cool person going with us up there. I won't divulge who because it's not my place to say, but we've got another YouTuber going up there with us, and they may or may not elect to be on the Saturday Night Fever stream from the hotel room. So that's going to be fun.
I'm guessing this goes down here.
Let me click back on that picture. So we got that there.
Okay. Now I've got an air stone. Does the air stone connect? It looks like, is this a thermometer? Oh my gosh. I think this is a thermometer. Yes. This is a plastic covered thermometer that goes maybe on the inside, just like that. Oh, there's a hose here. See, I'm losing stuff. I'm figuring.
It looks like it goes through the top is where you'd connect your airline. And then I would imagine that the air stone would go down at the end.
I think this goes through this hole here. I mean, this is how most men put things together without instructions. But when it's little stuff, I like instruction.
Do you have a larger nub on the top there? Like, see where the thermometer set through in the picture here?
Now, this thermometer also does, I don't think it has Fahrenheit. It only has Celsius.
Oh, let me get my live chat back.
I could have put it in without. So it also scores a negative point for not having Fahrenheit.
Sandy says the air stone goes on the end of the rigid tube.
Which is the rigid? This tube doesn't seem rigid.
So if you see the picture I've got pulled up there, Ed?
See, I turned it sideways. Yes.
So you should have a smaller section or a smaller nub that rigid tube would.
Why is there an extra gasket? Is it just a spare?
Possibly. Or does it go in that larger nub there where the thermometer goes through?
No, I don't think so.
Cyclist 23, yes sir, staring at my new Epistos all day. LOL at GRB Aquatics. Very, very nice. Let's see. Sarah Lynn says, this is an awesome stream. Let's figure it out. Thank you, Sarah Lynn. Yes, this will hopefully help somebody. Ed is breaking stuff.
Kinking your hose sucks.
Yeah, we try not to get kinky on here.
Yeah, let's see. It goes right over the hole. Air stuff. I think I got to get it more mushed in there. It doesn't want to go up in there.
Sorry, go ahead, buddy.
I want to take the glass thing off while I'm shoving the other thing.
Rico Stan says, I think we should do this every week. Let's get some IKEA end tables to do next. I like that. Oh. Mickey M is saying, Ed, it's not an IKEA product, right? This is a ZIS product. So
I've never been to an IKEA.
I have not either.
People say they just love them. I don't even... I think you walk in and it's supposed to look like a house and you just pick things out of the house and it has numbers next to it or something.
Maybe.
Oh, did you miss a 99-cent super chat earlier?
I got one from Grumpy Mike.
Okay, cool.
Another one, I did miss it. And if I did, I'm sorry. I'll go back and look for it. Fantastic Freaks with the $5 super chat. Thank you, Fantastic. I appreciate you. It says, hey guys, might be getting another freshwater puffer tomorrow. As always, love the streams. Fantastic. Thank you very much. I enjoy what you're doing over on your channel. And congrats on another freshwater puffer. That's one thing that I don't have is any puffers. And at some point that may change. But right now I'm downsizing to rebuild, if you will. Tanks kind of accrued over the past year and I didn't plan it all out in advance. So it's not optimized, but I'm going to be kind of rebuilding stands and moving tanks and optimizing, and that'll also change one of the fish rooms into a nerd room for Mrs. Fever. She can have all of her Harry Potter stuff and her books and desks and like home office library nerdery in there. So she has a safe haven away from fishies. But we're going to turn the living room into a kind of an LRB style fish gallery, if you will, with lots of really high racks of stuff. But we'll see. I would love to have puffers. I just don't have a good spot to put them right now. Sandy Daddy says, Fisher Fever, tell Ed the red gasket is to hold the thermometer in place.
Oh. Does it go under or below? How'd she know that?
She probably got one. I saw somebody else mention the thermometer earlier, too.
So small.
Zone says, Fisher Fever, look at the directions under picture of hatchery. It could help. See here.
Okay.
I
don't know.
Thermometer plus O-ring. Is this air diffuser?
I'm trying to figure out this. Where in the thermometer does the little O-ring go?
Let's see. I don't know if they have a specific location. I guess it would just, you'd want it to hang low enough in there that it's going to measure correctly. Hey, Scott's Aquatics. Paul Sotero, how's it going? Says on the top.
Oh, look at there. I'm like, you guys can't even see me. The thermometer, whoops. Where's a picture of the thermometer?
There we go. So Ed's got here, let's do this.
The thermometer goes way above it.
Yeah, so you've got the pictures of what I was trying to show you there. So,
okay, you see, one of the things I love about Corey is he gets this stuff from Asia that we can't get, and it makes it better for the rest of us. I'm just afraid of breaking this thing. But I think that's why it's a foreign thermometer.
Okay, so the O-ring goes on the lid, says Paul Sotero. I hope y'all are enjoying this. This is interesting. And, of course, if you've got questions, feel free to throw those in there. We'd be happy to answer while we're playing. But who knows? Maybe this will help somebody. If nothing else,
go on the
bed.
Like this?
Believe so. Because that's the one that the thermometer should go through.
But it's too small. Now it's just stuck in. Now it went sideways. It did come with one of these, so I got more of these now.
Nice. Tim Carter, hello, says set the O-ring where the thermometer is in the water. So
set the thermometer.
Set the O-ring to where the thermometer's in the water. So basically I don't have anything I can use for examples here. I would take the thermometer and roll the O-ring over the, hey, I think that looks good.
I don't have the O-ring on it. I'm afraid I'm going to break the little glass jobby thing. See, the plastic's too thick to go. This doesn't go over this. This plastic is like...
Roll it from the other end
mushy.
Is what I would do.
So it doesn't fall in?
Yeah, exactly. Just to keep it from falling in. I think that's the premise behind it.
Yeah,
that's
it's not working. It doesn't work.
So it says Fever. Also, you will have to cut the air tube if you use the air stone. And where you were looking, there is text info on directions. Okay, so he said there's text info.
See, okay. I'm thinking it's a spare O-ring for the end of this. Because this is what caps the whole bottom, and if it's always getting salt and crud on it, maybe that's going to wear out.
So we do have to give them back half a point where we deducted a point for no Fahrenheit, because they did note that the provided thermometer is in Celsius.
Wait, so, but I'm going to take a point away thinking that they expect people to read what the stuff says. Come on. Oh, well. I don't know. They still lose the point. Okay. But, it's Corey ships all around. No, he doesn't. He mostly ships to Americans. Why is he doing Fahrenheit? Or not doing Fahrenheit? Okay.
So some things you probably also didn't read, Ed, is it does have the directions on the website on exactly how to use it. It also says that we don't use the provided air stone in our setup as it makes cleaning harder between hatches. If you wish to use the air stone, you'll need to cut down the rigid tubing. We recommend cleaning by rinsing out well after every use while it's still wet from the previous hatch.
So they don't use the air stone at all?
They do not.
Oh, so I can just take the air stone off.
You can.
But if you jam it in there really hard, it does fit, because it fits now. See, look. Before, it didn't, but I kept jamming it, and now it fits. It works.
All right.
But so, I'll just take it off.
For your, we recommend the following for hatching. Fill to within 1 inch from the top with water, no dechlorinator. Add 2 tablespoons of salt. We recommend Fritz RPM salt. Add
oh my
eggs.
God. I have no paper to write this down. Eggs?
Yeah, add the brine shrimp eggs. Let hatch for 24 hours or more depending on temperature. There you go. Use a light near the spout to attract brine shrimp for collecting. You can rinse the brine shrimp or feed with the salt water if your tank needs minerals for live plants or hard water fish.
Now, is the spout on the bottom?
Yes.
I just prefer everything on paper still.
Right.
I'm old-fashioned.
Well, I think that they're probably taking into account the cost of printing directions times, X number of products equals product cost increase. If I had to guess.
I don't know. Yeah, it might add 3 cents to every order.
Yeah. So
I would have rather paid 5 cents more for the product and had instructions.
Oh, I understand that. I'm playing devil's advocate, though. But the directions are on the co-op website. One thing that I thought was cool, and I don't know if there was a picture of it here, is that you're supposed to be able to, instead of using the base, if you don't want to use that black base, is it's supposed to be built well enough that you can just hang that handle directly on a tank.
I have lids on almost everything. Well, okay.
Mickey Up says, don't drop it now, Ed.
Is it there?
C23, I agree, says duct tape and a hammer manual not really necessary. Absolutely.
Okay. I think I might like hanging it better than sitting it.
Yeah, you don't need an extra surface to do that. And then you should be able to access the bottom easier if you've got it hanging off of a tank versus trying to get underneath the stand. Because you should be able to take that stand off of it and just hang it without the black stand.
Did I buy this from the Aquarium Co-op? Yes, I did, Diego. Diego has the San Francisco Bay ones. I need so much more because I've got almost 40 tanks of guppies alone that I need to feed. That's why I went with the big boy.
Yeah, Ed kept saying for the longest time it was going to be too much. I think he finally got convinced that it was going to be just right.
Yeah, well, it was this versus 3 San Francisco Bay things that I'm just going to spill.
So Sandy Dowdy says, Fisherman Fever, please tell Ed to take the protective plastic off the thermometer, put the O-ring on it to the level he wants.
You mean that plastic doesn't stay on it? It's really neat. It protects it.
Oh.
So you're telling me this is just for packaging. It works really well. Oh, Sandy.
That'll probably help the O-ring fit on there.
Well, see, she has the Canadian education, so she also knows how to use.
Hey, Candy Overhaul's good to see you.
Okay.
Hey, look how much better that fit on there now, Ed.
Well, I did that, but I was trying to roll it over the plastic. It looks prettier this way. I'll give it that too.
Yeah, and then you can adjust the O-ring to whatever level you need to get the thermometer down in there.
So, right now my fish room is 27 degrees. I need to turn the heat up. Apparently that's about 75, I'm guessing. I have my
It's
other
like
thing.
77.
I keep my fish room between 75 and 77, so. And you know how I do it? With 4 heaters in 40 tanks. That's all it takes is 4 heaters on different walls, and it just keeps the whole room working like a furnace. Or not a furnace, but like a, I don't know, a thing. Okay, so.
And Candy heard we were destroying co-op products and had to swing by and see what.
She's going to take me off the mail. He's not going to let me buy stuff anymore.
So one thing I've not played with it a whole lot, but actually got from someone else. They gave one to me is the super heavy duty Zis. What is it exactly? What's the
Breeder box?
Premium breeder box. That's what it's labeled as. That thing is tough as nails. I tell you what. I've got that, and you don't have to go with the high-end breeder box, but if you've got some fish that maybe like to tear through the netting on those finer breeder boxes, your standard mesh net ones that hang in the tanks, going up against some cichlids, the cichlids can definitely do some damage or get it to fry through those. I took one of these and I hung it in a tank that has got a bunch of cichlids, but it's specifically got 2 breeding pairs of convicts in it, and I took all the convict fry and dropped them down in there. And I know I've had problems in the past with the mesh net breeder box hang-ins and cichlids before, but they can't get to those fry now. There's no, and it comes with a top, which is nice as well. But I didn't use.
It's really big.
It is. It's a little over half a gallon. It's a point here. I don't know why I don't just do this. Let's just share the screen for a second. This thingy right here.
And this doesn't do it justice.
It really doesn't. But it's 0.6 US gallons. Here, there we go.
When I was looking at it,
doodads to confuse Ed.
Yeah.
But I'm actually using the suction cups. It comes with the super awesome quadruple Zis suction cups, or you can use the hang-on thing. I'm using the suction cups. And it does come with a lid. You can't really see it there. And that's what I like, because I've had parents jump into those other ones that don't have the lids before. So I like that it's got the lid on there to keep the parents and or other fish out.
Well, they just want to be with their babies.
Yeah. Or sometimes they just want to eat the other one's babies.
Oh. Well, when I was looking at this thing, the person was showing us both it and giving us like their review. And I was thinking this would be awesome for an action figure prison, like a Star Trek or Star Wars prison for action figures. Because it's super thick plastic. It's clear, so you can see the bad guys in there. Or like maybe where they put Loki, when he was in jail.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's got stainless steel mesh instead of fabric mesh, which is very cool. And then it's got the little, hey, Bob Kaler Aquatics, how's it going? The little
Bob.
part on the side there that kind of sticks out on the left side of that picture above the air diffuser. That's where you can run your air line to it, and it'll suck the air up and through for circulation. But that thing is built tough.
It's $35.
It is.
Would you pay $35 for it?
If I had a specific need for something that heavy duty, yes. Would I have purchased it, given the fish I have and like having guppies and stuff like that? Mostly probably not. But I do think that it is built really well. It's got a large holding area because the volume's a little over half a gallon. So I think it's worth it if you need something that heavy duty. Most people probably don't, but if you're having issues with the other breeder boxes or hang-in mesh boxes think I've got like 5 different types, and I also have gotten to where I actually build my own. I need to do a video, but I actually will make my own for like less than $2 a lot of times with some plastic craft material. So it just depends. I've got all types. I've got the mesh hang-in ones. I've got the external hang-ons with the air circulation. I've got the floating plastic ones that have the lids. So I think I've got 5 or 6 different types of breeder boxes. So maybe that's a good video to do. I need to, I'm having problems trying to find editing software to go along with doing green screen. So once I get that figured out, I've got a couple videos to come out, but I may just redo those if I can't get the green screen software thing to work right.
What I would recommend this thing for is not necessarily a breeder box, but a jail. When you've got aggression going on, I said that when we saw it. It looks like a jail, and then I was thinking the action figures. But it would make a good place to put fish for a timeout. I really believe it.
It would. I think another good use would be maybe if you've got a female cichlid that's holding. You could throw her in there. That way, when she spits, or if you don't want her to spit in the tank, or you don't want her harassed and all that, stick her in there. I think that it's heavy duty enough that she would be safe in there. So definitely some good uses for it. Not everyone's going to need to go this heavy duty, but if you do need something heavy duty, this sucker is built heavy duty.
Now, Jess said she wished she could hang it on the outside of her tank. There are some great ones that you can buy out there.
Marinas, which they've now repackaged under Fluval, I guess, so that they can get the extra couple bucks off of the branding. But those are great. I absolutely love those. That's probably my favorite of all of the breeder boxes, is that hang-on one. It's got the external air. And there are some different ways you can rig those up and kind of hot rod them. So before I get too far, Danican Aquatics is pooping all over the chat. He must have had burritos earlier. Kenny E, how's it going, brother? I appreciate that. Let me see if I can do this. We got 3 super pooper chats from Danican Aquatics. Make sure I get 1, 2. Yeah, 3 of them. Kenny, I appreciate you, brother. That was so much fun going to Florida with you. That has definitely been one of my highlights for the past very long time. So let's try this. Oh, that only got 2 of them.
Oh, but it's hanging on the thing.
Thank you, Kenny. I appreciate you, brother. I hope you're doing well. Always good to see you.
Pugimus says that it's a scientific fact that prisons actually increase aggression in humans. I believe it because Loki, I think he was killing people more after he got out of prison, in the Avengers movie.
I don't disagree with you. Sorry, I was trying to figure out what Pugimus says. Fisherman Fever, can you remove the stainless steel mesh from the bottom to let the inlet fry swim through? I believe you can, Jeremy says, nice shot. I believe you can. I honestly haven't played with that very much. It was given to me a couple days ago, and I kind of had it sitting there. I was going to do a video on it, and then I realized I had 2 sets of wigglers with the convict fry. And I was like, well, let me go ahead and get them in this thing because there are a lot of other fish in there and they're just going to get eaten up if I don't. So I kind of put it in a tank maybe an hour before this started. So I've not gotten to really play with it a whole lot, but it looked like you could pop out those different sections there. It looked like it. Pew Fish Zone, welcome to the team. Welcome to Team Bristol Dose. Thank you for becoming a member. And I probably, who was it? Oh, it was Father Fish. I haven't seen him in here, but Father Fish, if you catch the replay, thank you for your upgrade. Father Fish upgraded his membership yesterday, I think it was. Pew Fish Zone. Thank you, sir. Welcome to the team. We've got some awesome custom member emojis you can use in the chat and on your comments, as well as a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff for you to check out when you get a chance. I hope you enjoy it, and there's more to come. Well, welcome to the team, and thank you. I think that puts us 6 away from our next member emoji.
Awesome. That's super cool.
That is.
Gosh, I had a question about the breeder box. Is there any way to separate the female from the babies? Like, is there a slide or
is
there anything?
in that one. There's no compartmentalizing it. So like the Marina Hang On, you've got little pieces you can slide in there, which is now under Fluval branding. But I can't think of the brand, but they have the breeder boxes that actually float in the water that are hard plastic. It looks like it's got two little handles, which is where the air sits in it to keep it floating. They've got a lid. Those come with a little divider, and they have a bottom you can also drop in so that the fry drop through it, kind of like what you're talking about. But
could you just put some guppy grass or in it? Something like that, you think?
Absolutely. I mean, that thing is, again, it's, a little over half a gallon, so it's a good size box. It's not something that I would hang in a 10-gallon. You could hang it in a 10-gallon, but just because it is such a good size box, I probably wouldn't put it in a 10-gallon. An Aquarium Cop with the hot dog super stickers. Thank you. I appreciate that, Aquarium Cop. Appreciate you being here. Aquarium Cop's been around from the very beginning of the channel. It's always great to see you hanging out still. And Priscilla K throwing down $1.50 super sticker as well with the cheeseburger.
Oh my gosh, I wish I had a cheeseburger right now.
I thank you, Priscilla, very, very much. So Priscilla, well, that's her announcement to make. I don't know if she wants me to announce what she's got going on over on her channel, but I know Priscilla's got some awesome stuff coming to her channel soon. So be sure you check that out. And Swiss Aquatics. She's got Swiss Aquatics going on. She's got some super pretty bettas. I know bettas have kind of been everybody's into bettas right now. So we've got people like Priscilla MK with Swiss Aquatics, Main's Tails First Fins, who's a channel member who's in here. She's got awesome bettas. Aquarium Cop with the $1.50 banana, because we need a healthy snack to go along with these cheeseburgers and hot dogs. So we got a banana. I'll try.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good too.
Kids take the banana. Thank you very much. I appreciate y'all. Never expected, but always very much apprecited. It's a food fight in here. We have got a food fight going on. Priscilla MK. Is that a peach? I think that's a peach.
Yes.
It looks like it. With the peach.
Or she's mooning you.
Oh, look at that. Aquarium Co-op bought us dessert with the ice cream cone for $1.50 super sticker. Y'all are so awesome. I appreciate you. That means the world to me. So very cool. It's not expected, but the fact that you all do that is just it means the world to me. Grumpy Mike's Fish throwing down $3 with the pom fruit. Here, I can do the pom lemon pear looking thing with the $3 super sticker. Thank you, Grumpy Mike. Oh,
and you know what?
Went down
I like pears too.
Yep, absolutely. So we got this became the dinner stream. I appreciate you, Mike, very, very much so.
I've got some bad news to tell everybody. Oh, you just got a piece of pie.
A piece of pie. Now, are you eating the pie or am I eating the pie? Who gets the pie? It looks like cherry pie from Priscilla with the $1.50 super sticker. Thank you. Oh, the kids are going to have fun with all the confetti everywhere tomorrow.
Do you trick them and make them think that it's a lot of fun to pick it up?
I try to. I try to make things into a game, stuff like that.
Hey, Dead Fred. Glad to have you.
Dead Fred, how's it going, my friend? Appreciate you being here. Holy sunglasses, I just got here, and boom, says Aquarium Recon. Yeah, super sunglasses.
But here's the bad news. And, you just got another super chat. Nobody wants to hear the bad news.
You tell the bad news. Let me grab some more party poppers. This was not expected. I just kind of had a pile hanging out from last week.
Well, Taco Bell had this amazing frozen icy that was a pineapple whip, they called it, and cream. It was amazing. And today they got rid of it for dragon fruit. And it's really hard because I was talking to Jesse last week on his stream about dragon fruits, and he was telling me how good it is. And it's terrible. So I am not happy at all.
Oh, that's our 5-minute warning.
Okay. But yeah, so you can no longer get the awesome pineapple whips at Taco Bell. Didn't really apply to fish stuff, but
Bob was asking, I let the kids back in the fish room now. When supervised, yes. With supervision. Daniken Aquatics with the umbrella on the beach. Yeah, we didn't have an umbrella when we went to the beach, but that sure was fun. First thing in the morning going to the beach with you all. down in Florida. Thank you for that, Kenny E of Daniken Aquatics. While I was up, I did grab the one of these that I thought, here, let's do this. We've quit talking about that now for a bit. I did grab the one that I threw across the room earlier. As you can see, it's still in good shape. No breaks or cracks or any of that stuff. Slightly back on topic there. Then I see something from Pet Zotics. Let me get on here, get back down through here, make sure I haven't missed any comments. There's Bob's. Pet Zotics multiple aquariums with the fist pump. Diego, I appreciate you. Thank you for the $2 super sticker. I love these party poppers. I'm going to have to get some more of these things. Y'all are awesome. Y'all are amazing and very much appreciated. So, Priscilla, the bad news was just that Taco Bell is not selling the things that Ed likes, but that's our second favorite part of the fish adventures we go on is the food. We have driven out of the way to find new food, good food, different food. So we take food very much to heart.
Sarah Lynn says that dragon fruit tastes bad but looks cool. So I'm going to have to go check out what it looks like.
Yeah, it's a cool looking fruit. I've never tried it, but it does definitely look cool.
Now, Jesse grows it in his backyard, I think, unless he got it out of the grocery store nearby. But he said there's two different colors. There's, I think, a white and a red. And he said, don't eat the white. The red's good.
Good to know.
I think that's what he said.
Let me grab these real quick before they get too far away. We're still getting fed, and we're going to be nice and full. Grumpy Mike's with the $1 piece of cake there. Thank you, Grumpy Mike. I appreciate that. Aquarium Cop is killing it tonight as well. Another hot dog from Aquarium Cop. So I guess you get a hot dog too, Ed.
Awesome.
For the $1.50 super sticker. And then Aquarium Cop again throwing another peach in there so that we've got some healthy variety. Cop, thank you again. Y'all, you don't know how much you mean to me. It's very much appreciated. We just come on here to have fun. So when you all do stuff like that or becoming members, that means a lot, and that really helps, and kind of helps to pull me out of my funk. I've honestly been in a funk lately. We've only got 2 minutes till we switch over to Ed's channel, so I won't go really deep into it. But most of us have mental health issues. We've kind of talked about fish keeping and mental health in the past. Most of us, that's part of why we keep fish. So like things like tonight, it means more than you know, and it really helps to kind of get my mental track back. So thank you very much. Moonstone Aquatics with the $15 super chat says, you guys are all the things. Big love. Kim, Moonstone, you are all the things. I don't think there's a person out there that's bought more Fish Room Fever merchandise than Moonstone Aquatics. So thank you very much for that as well. A big thank you. And that's not to plug that. That's just to say thank you to you, because that goes unnoticed. Nobody sees that you do that but me. So I want to say I really appreciate that. Thank you for that. And then we have Priscilla MK, Ed pointing to the mug. I don't have my mug in here with the fist bump. Priscilla, I appreciate it. I will talk to you more about the Monday thing. There's some reasons behind not wanting to do it, but if you absolutely need me on there, we can figure it out. That last one didn't pop well, so let's do this. And then I need to run through and say some thank yous, because it's pretty much time to swap over to Ed's channel. I'm going to pull these off while I do this. Get this page pulled up real quick. Please consider hitting the like button, says GRB. Yes, that is always very much appreciated as well. We've got 70 people in here, 45 thumbs ups. We must have had a bunch of people come over from KG Tropicals when they ended. I hadn't looked at that in a while. So I appreciate 70 of you and the 46 thumbs ups. Let me pull this up over here. Sorry, tonight was kind of a more random stream versus the talk about one specific thing. But I hope you all enjoyed it. And thank you all for helping us get Ed's this hatchery put together.
Mm-hmm.
And get this pulled up here. Now we had Pew Fish Zone became a member. Father Fish had upped his membership status. Thank you to both of you. Aquarium Co-op, again, Bob says shameless. I have no shame. There's no shame in my game. If I had the wig closer, I would put it on. I got my rainbow unicorn wig over there. Thank you, Aquarium Co-op, again. You are awesome, and you've been there from the beginning, and it has never been without appreciation. Let's pull this up. Moonstone Aquatics says, how much for the glasses, bro? I'm going to make Kinski wear them. So PM me. These were, I think these were the ones from the dollar store. I got one pair from the Hobby Lobby. Mrs. Fever, she's still listening. She can tell you because these are the ones she got. I got one pair for Hobby Lobby for like $2. And I think she may have found these at Dollar Tree. But you can get them pretty cheap, a couple of bucks. And they're fun. They're a fun thing. Where is my... It's not showing. All right. I know it's time to go over to Ed's channel, but I want to say all these thank yous.
Oh, do it.
YouTube. There we go. All right. At least the stream ran through smoothly. I will say, Jock says, but James's room is smelling good with all that burnt gunpowder. Yeah, you can definitely smell that. I love it.
I was thinking the same thing.
So Shai says those were $3 at Walmart. I've got a purple pair as well. The purple pair got lost. Kids took them, and then Shai went and got me these. And then I went with those because I can see a lot better through them than the purple pair I got. So skip the Hobby Lobby ones, get the Walmart ones for $3. Here we go. So I did say thank you to the new members. Let's say thank you to all these super chatter, super sticker people. As soon as this loads here, it's a thinking. It's going to be a long list. No buffering whatsoever. See, that's great. I was really worried about that, especially with the issues the last couple of weeks, and then with John having some issues tonight. So I'm glad that everything has been good here. I did lower the quality for this week. So we had done the 1080p before with the high latency or the normal latency, and that seemed to cause issues. So we're back to 720 with low latency. So I'm glad that worked. I mean, get down to the bottom here. Y'all are awesome. We have got Grumpy Mike's Fish with the $1 Poopers super sticker, Fantastic Freaks with the $5 super chat, Danikin Aquatics with the $1 poop, another $1 poop, and another $1 poop, followed by Aquarium Co-op with the $1.50 hot dog, Priscilla MK with the $1.50 burger, Aquarium Cop with the $1.50 banana, Priscilla MK with the $1.50 peach, Aquarium Cop with the $1.50 ice cream cone, Grumpy Mike's Fish with the $3 pom cherry fruit, Priscilla MK giving us some dessert with the $1.50 piece of pie. Danikin Aquatics with the umbrella on the beach there. Party time for $1.50 super sticker. Pet Exotic / multiple aquariums with $2 super sticker. Grumpy Mike's Fish with $1.50 super sticker piece of cake. Aquarium Cop with the $1.50 hot dog, followed by a Cop again with the $1.50 peach. Moonstone Aquatics with that $15 super chat. Thank you again, Kim, for that. Priscilla MK with the $3 fist bump super sticker. And Aquarium Cop with the 99-cent upside down smiley face. I appreciate you all. Very, very much appreciated. Moonstone says, so fun to see you all. It's fun to see you all. I absolutely love hanging out with you all. So we, again, Saturday, I think Saturday is going to be really awesome. Not just because, of course, I enjoy y'all hanging out with us, but I think you all will enjoy it, especially if our special road trip guest decides that he wants to be a part of the stream. And I think he probably will. I will say he's been a guest on the channel once before. We've had a lot of guests, so good luck figuring out exactly who it is, but he hasn't been on in quite a long time. Aquarium Cop, again, $1.50 Black Cat, thank you. But we're running into Ed's time, and we need to get onto his channel. So let's get a link in here.
We actually might have a fourth person there, too.
Oh, yeah, we might. So the Saturday stream is going to be fun. It's going to be very much enjoyable. Moonstone says I should have been an auctioneer. And maybe, who knows?
I was thinking the same thing. I wish I could speak that fast.
Oh,
I was trying to talk as fast as I could just now, and it wasn't very fast.
I used to listen to a lot of rap, and I used to be able to rap very quickly. So that helps. That plays a part in it. Chevy Fish says, you need a toothbrush emoji after all these food super chats. Fish Room Fever. Thanks for the stream, James. Thanks, Ed. Thanks, Maud. Thanks, super chatters. Thank you, too. I've got this thing stuck. If I die on camera with a boa around my neck, I expect this to get 1 million views, okay? There we go. The lurkers, the listeners, the participators, I appreciate you all hanging out with us on an odd stream this week, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Ed and I, of course, had a blast, and I've got one more of these left on the desk here, which is going to Aquarium Cop with the cute little, I've got so much confetti I can't hardly see it. We've got the big lemon guy giving the little bitty fruit a present. Aquarium Cop, thank you for that $4 super sticker. That kind of disappeared.
You know what? I wonder if the little guy is just a non-ripe or before it's ripe fruit because it's green.
Absolutely. And then Cop, I owe you a party popper on the next go around because they're across the room. But I will get you. Thank you for another $1.50 super sticker with another peach. We have gotten our fruit. We've gotten our dessert. We've gotten lots of food. Tom Patterson, I look forward to seeing you this weekend at the swap.
Let's sure.
Get a link in here for Ed's channel so that we can get over there. We've got some fun stuff to talk about there. We're switching topics over. We're going to talk about ponds and what has happened this pond season and what we've brought in, things that we've learned and things that we're going to do better next time or not do at all. So there is the link. Thank you, Zen Ginger. Nocturnal feeding stream. We're going to swap over there, give everybody a chance to go to the restroom, grab a drink or some food, and we will be right there. But Ed, if you want to throw your newest slogan out there.
Oh man, I always forget it. Keep your tanks clean and don't worry about. No, that's somebody else's. Is that you? It says keep your tanks clean. Make sure that you. I don't know. Something about getting your hands wet.
Have fun.
Don't be afraid to get your hands wet. Keep your tanks clean.
There we go. Ed is keep your fish healthy. Keep yourselves healthy. I love you guys. Don't forget to catch yourself a little fish from fever. See you in a minute.